Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me on WFSB Plus. I'm Tracey McCain here to get you up to date so you can get ready to start your day, whether you're home enjoying a nice cup of coffee or you're already at work getting ready to start your process. I just want to give you some of the day's top stories. So if you are at home, you may want to give it a little while before you head out this morning. There are some concerns of black ice out there, no doubt because of all the precipitation that was on the roadways overnight and this morning. It all just kind of froze. So let's take a look at what came down last night. Wow, that was loud. I adjusted quickly on that one. Rain, snow in parts of the state. You can see all that wind. There's wind gusts happening today, 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which makes the temperatures feel a whole lot cooler. And with all that precipitation that was on the ground and the asphalt overnight, well, you know, it froze. And so now there are concerns of some slick conditions out there, especially with black ice earlier in the day. Now that the sun is out, maybe not so much, but still be careful of some slick spots out there. We have a look here in Hartford where you can see the roads are wet, and it looks like there are some, you can still see some precipitation on the ground. Hopefully by the end of the day that will kind of dry out and we won't have that problem anymore. But just take it slow here. Hartford I-91 southbound right at Weston Street overpass. You can see cars moving without delay, but they are taking their time as they get out there this morning. So we do have a couple of top stories this morning to talk about. First is a nursing shortage where lawmakers are now suggesting that we take active ways to alleviate what's happening with our nurses, not only here in Connecticut, but nationwide, becoming a problem. And it's causing to some longer wait times in hospitals. So our Anna Stansfield kind of breaks down what that means for us in this report.
Better medical care in our state by making it easier for nurses to join the workforce here in Connecticut. It'll make sure we'll have even more trained professionals to take care of our patients. Governor Ned Lamont set to give an announcement later this morning, a policy change coming for nurses from other jurisdictions, making it easier for them to transfer their license over to Connecticut. Right now, there are several inconvenient hoops people have to jump through to transfer their licenses over, but this policy change will hopefully make it easier, making our state more attractive to registered nurses who want to live and work here. It won't just be nurses who benefit from this, though. In the long run, we'll all see the positive impacts when we or a loved one wind up in the hospital, hopefully now surrounded by even more trained professionals to take care of us. Governor Lamont has yet to be very specific about exactly what these changes will be and how they'll roll out. He's set to give an announcement on all of this later this morning at 10:30, and of course, as we learn more about it, we'll bring you the very latest on air and on the WFSB News app. For now, though, I'm your reporter in Hartford, Anna Stansfield, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, our Anna Stansfield reporting for us. Also, in Southington, have you heard about this? Some gas problems where some people pumped gas thinking that it was regular unleaded plus maybe gas, and they got diesel instead. All right, our Susan Raff taking a look at that and how this problem is affecting so many people in that area.
All of these car owners went to Metro Gas and had no idea what was going to happen. But very quickly, they had big problems, and they say it all happened after pumping gas.
Right when I left the pump, the car was obviously you could tell something was wrong. It was like bucking. A lot of people described that. And after 5 minutes, it just turned off when it turned back on.
It didn't take long for Nate Olchanowski to figure out there was a problem. He had just filled up his truck at the gas station. Nate was at this Metro station on November 29th. He used the diesel pump, but it turns out what he was pumping into his truck was gas, not diesel.
The dealership told me it was probably contaminated fuel, whether it's the wrong fuel or maybe it's water.
He says the gas station told him Forbes Transport was responsible. He was told they are the company that delivers fuel for Metro Gas. This is what he says Forbes told him.
They admitted that there was a mistake, that the pump at the gas station that they fueled up was the diesel pumps were pumping gasoline and the gasoline pumps were pumping diesel.
He paid $1,500 to get his truck fixed and says Forbes told him they would reimburse him.
Monday, I went to go start it, and it wouldn't start up at all.
Patrick Garrett also had big problems after filling up his BMW at Metro. Instead of getting premium gas, he says he got diesel, which turned into a costly problem.
Besides for missing a week of work, the mechanics quoted the repairs on my car at $17,000.
He was told he had to replace the entire fuel system. When I went to Metro, they confirmed Forbes was to blame. They also said the State Department of Consumer Protection had paid them a visit. And DCP also confirmed Forbes made the mistake. They say the pumps were cleaned out the next day.
I'm just hoping that everyone who is affected by it can get their money, can get their car fixed without them having to spend any money.
We reached out to the owner of Metro Gas. We are still waiting to hear from them. We also reached out to Forbes and still have not heard back. This all happened on November 29th, and it's not clear how many people were affected. But if you were here that day and are having any problems with your car, you should file a complaint with the Department of Consumer Protection. In Southington, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, another big story. This one really going viral all over, the internet, and it's on our website. It's on everybody's website. Video of this crazy plane crash in Florida, and everybody is okay. So I can use those words when introducing this video. It's just really something you have to see, and it plays out in front of a dash cam video that was just happened to be rolling. So take a listen to this.
Oh my goodness. 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 A plane just crashed onto a highway. On a highway.
I mean, I cannot even imagine this incredible video where a plane landed right on top of a car on a busy Florida interstate. Oh, just incredible. Every time I watch it, I'm just amazed that nobody was hurt. It was captured on dash cam by a driver who was right behind the crash, and the plane was making an emergency landing after experiencing some engine issues. Again, no one was hurt, and investigators are working to learn what led up to this. But again, that plane landing right on top of a car that's driving on the highway. This dash cam video captured by a father and son, just showing the story here and how it all played out. That is just unbelievable to me. And I honestly, just so glad that nobody was hurt. Everybody walked away from that crash because we know it could have been much different. Whew. All right. So I always like to go to some good news after I kind of shock your system. And so now we have the word of the day. Can you imagine what it is? Oh, look, the super just told you. It's fatigue. All right, so here's some information about that. Glassdoor revealed their word of the year for 2025. And yeah, it hits a little close to home for a lot of people. The job searching firm says the word fatigue best describes how American workers have felt over the last year. They are fatigued. The decision is based on how often a word is used on their platform. Glassdoor says that jumped over 40% this year, so they have named fatigue the 2025 word of the year. Now, some other words that came up were accountability. I guess a lot of people tired of hearing that, or maybe just using that a lot. Fatigue, accountability, and sick days. I can never get enough of those. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging with me here. We've got Great Day at 9 coming up in just a little bit. Scott Haney going to get you up to date with the situation on black ice, the roads, and some fun things that are ready for the holidays. If you can believe it or not, there are only 14 days until Christmas. And then we've got Hanukkah and a whole slew of holidays, including New Year's, Kwanzaa. So it's all coming up here. So we're going to get you ready on Great Day 9A. I'm Tracey McCain. Thanks so much for watching WFSB Plus, and we'll see you next time.